That's alright. That's alright, V. Don't worry about it. I know I'm starting a little bit early this week. And welcome, V. Welcome, Desk. Welcome, Demo. Man, everyone's just in right away. Love it. Oh, man. Well, let's hope I can keep it entertaining for you. Uh, I did promise, uh, Gagi, Jeep, Otter. I never figured out how I pronounce their name. I pronounced Giga that I would stream early every once in a while so they could be in on the action. Let's hope they're still here. I'm feeling better. Like last week, I wasn't even feeling that sick. I just had a sore throat. And one thing that I've learned is that sore throat does not make a good a good read or a good stream because I'm just going to be like, oh my gosh, I feel so sick. Sorry if my voice sounds sick or anything, because I don't know. I don't want to do that to you guys. I want a good read for all y'all. Have someone poke me if anything comes up. I'll be checking it out. All right, you have fun with your D&D V. But yeah, like I wasn't feeling very sick. I just had a very sore throat, and I think that just came from work. To be honest, because I had to work late the night before. I don't know. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it doesn't. We'll see how it goes, right? Tea. Tea is really good for a sore throat, and maybe soda. I don't know. But yeah, I was just. It wasn't really sick. More just like I was not in a state to record. So, but I'm feeling good now. So it's gonna be a good stream. It's gonna be a very good stream, especially this stream because you know what happens in this chapter? The pun in my title and the pun in the chapter title lets out the secret. But it's the mod chapter. We get to see mod, and I have no idea how I'm gonna. Oh yes, that's right. Fire solves all problems. Also, I'm so sad I didn't stream last week, but uh, late Happy Apple Day. Or, I mean, sorry, April. Happy April Fool's Day to everyone. How did you like that? How did you like that? Definitely not last minute thrown together video. It's rule number croissant. Croissant emoji in my server. Fair enough. I should learn the rules by now. Uh, April Fools is called April Fools. There is no specific thing that you need to watch on that day. And rule number croissant is fire solves all problems, especially fire. If you add fire to the flames, boom. But shall we get started then? Chapter 31 On the Rocks. Chapter 31 On the Rocks. Oh, something I forgot. In case anyone missed it, I'm also going to be uploading these in a podcast format because I know sometimes it's really hard to watch YouTube videos if when you don't have like YouTube Red or YouTube Premium or something like that. That allows easy listening to this stuff. So it's also available in podcast form. I think I linked it somewhere. It's on my SoundCloud. Man. But yeah, from popular demand by someone in the comments on my last chapter. So now you can listen to it anywhere. Any who's and what's. But yeah, it's I can't believe I didn't think of that one. I didn't think to think of that. So cool. And now it's uh, going good. And someone did did recommend a book that I should read next. Have you guys heard of the Life of Lyra by Damage? I haven't read it personally, but from my 3-minute Google search right before work, it seems it's part of a sequel. So it might be a while before I get to that if I do go on there, because I'll have to read the first book first, then the sequel, so I could read that. But then I also have Respite after this. Yeah, guys, remember Respite? It's been ages since I've read that. Making a comeback, eventually. I promise, Carapace. I swears it. Yeah, quick 3-minute Google search, so I know next to nothing about what the story is actually about. But we shall see, right? We shall see. Also, welcome, comma. It's been a while, right? I swear it's been a long, long while. It's been a long day without you, my friend. This is what you guys get when I stream early. Is you get me right when I wake up, so I'm still delirious. Barely enough to read, but it's fun. Also, got more delicious. I did say 4. It's 4 right now. 6 p.m. Eastern? 6 p.m. Eastern. I did say 4. I did. I posted it last night at 3 in the morning. Final Fantasy VII. That looks good. That looks really good. What's up? Hey, Yoshi. It's been a while. Man. Yeah, Final Fantasy. I'd idle jump off another bridge. Plus a pistol. Hey, fair enough. It's great. I got my water here. Definitely water. As you all know, I only drink water on stream. And the occasional mead. So, take that as you will. Yeah, make it 4 p.m. Mountain. Yes! Is someone else in Mountain Time with me? Yeah! I'm so happy. When I first said 4 p.m. Mountain, no one understood what I was talking about. I'm like, 6 p.m. East. They're like, oh yeah. I'm like, Or are you in Central? Just close enough that's of Mountain Time. It's going off to a great start. Oh. Like you said, fire solves all problems. So I guess if I set fire to this water and make it fire water, it'll solve all my problems, right? No, it's 4 p.m. Mountain. It's 4 p.m. I'm in Utah. I'm in Mountain Time right now. It's 4:10. Unless, you're in Arizona, aren't you? So you don't follow regular Mountain Time. I'm in Mountain Time. You're in Arizona time, so it's 3. It's 3. You don't follow daylight savings times. Weird. All right. That's no moon. Hail hydrate. Exactly. Oh man. Man, everyone's here, or a lot of my regulars, and a few new people. Welcome, Yoshi. Well, I hope all y'all have a great time, and let's see if let's see if you can make me not finish reading this chapter. It's going to be a good one, cause we see, yeah, what is it? We see the more beginnings of the Legend of Idle. uh, that's no moon. It's great, so great. Sleep deprivation, good old water, no food. Let's do this thing. Let's see where we're at in 2 hours. Leaving Princess Cadence in a bar was unthinkable. In truth, leaving her unescorted bordered on treasonous. Treasonous? Treason. Treaser. Treasonous. Only 4 here. I mean, that's usually the amount of people that I hear. Sometimes we get 7. But, you know, schedules. To be honest, I'm surprised. A lot of people are here. I'm surprised. I'm guessing. Gagi, Giga. I'm surprised Giga hasn't joined yet. They must be asleep. Ah, man, so close. I was hoping to get to stream early enough so they could join in on the madhouse. That's right. I'm not getting drunk. That says that I'm sober in the first place. Gotta use those treasers when I get splintered in. It's true. it's so true. Leaving Princess Cadence in the bar was unthinkable. In truth, leaving her unescorted bordered on treasonous. But her need to see shining armor was plain, even as she adhered to this mad plan of his. I found myself annoyed with him for putting his princess in such a position, for I could see no greater good in his attempts to earn his position. Princess Celestia could give him any position she chose, and the ponies would respect it. And the ponies! Crystal ponies! As Bernice was plain even as she adhered to this mad plan. Oh, okay. I was about to call a typo, but it makes sense. So, you're safe now, V. You are safe for now. For I could see no great... Princess... There we go. Princess Celestia could give him any position she chose. Chosen it. Last time I left a girl in the bar, I went home with a cute guy. Nice. Good on you. Welcome, Pandy. Welcome. A toast to all the people joining and all the people who are here. This is definitely water. Oreo Zebra. Yay! Definitely water. Don't heresy if anyone says otherwise. Definite heresy. Princess Celestia could give him any position she chose, and the ponies would respect it. It would be absurd otherwise. I'm going to actually save this time, because last chapter I didn't save until I was at the end of it, and I near had a panic attack, so it's great. You mean Mr. Boogaloo's? Hey, we have 7. I nearly called yes. Yay! Oh no, definitely not wine. Unless it's honey wine. You know, I'm not a fan of wine, to be honest. It just tastes like fruit that's like gone off. Like, I don't know. Maybe maybe I just don't have the refined palate to taste wine, to like wine. But I don't know. I tried it once. Maybe it was a bad bottle or something. But mead though, that's where it's at. Also, this water. Also, water is life. My own soured feelings were somewhat muted as he checked hopefully for any missives at the quartermaster. The quartermaster informed him, in no uncertain terms, that if he asked again, he would be put to work peeling onions until his eyes fell out, and then no letter would do him any good. It was only through Shining's own sheepishness that I was able to contain my own urge to be quite cross. My own urge to be quite cross. Yeah, it's drinking. Vodka's tasteless and looks like water. He's drinking. Nah. Yeah, I've never actually had straight vodka. I've had rum. I've had like a good Bacardi spiced rum. Although that was, I don't know. It burned too much for mead. It's so smooth. It's especially the mead that I found at Chaucer's. If anyone drinks that, it's great. If anyone has any other mead recommendations, let me know. Also, it seems we were spared from another apocalypse this week. No new earthquakes in the Intermountain area, so no chance of Yellowstone. I do drink mead, but right now I'm drinking water. Good old water. Nothing but good old water. Mead? There is no mead here. What is mead? This delicious beverage, which you have called mead. I must taste this delicious fruit. It was only through Shining's own sheepishness It was only through Shining's own sheepishness that I was able to contain my urge to be quite cross. Being one of the few who were aware of whom would be sending Shining Armor a message, I found that these efforts to maintain secrecy in their relationship seemed to be much... Let me know and I'll send you some local valley mead. Ooh, interessante. Also, hello from the Discord chat. Zebra. Oreo zebra cake. Yeah, I've never actually eaten a zebra cake before. They just were never sold when I was a kid. we never had zebra cakes. And now I'm like, no. To be honest, my favorite dessert is to take a handful of semi-sweet chocolate chips and just eat that. Because that's... I don't know. That's just what my family has done throughout my entire childhood. So that's my favorite. That's my favorite like dessert kind of deal is just a handful of chocolate chips. It has to be semi-sweet though. Semi-sweet or dark chocolate. I don't really like milk chocolate all that much, interestingly enough. But yeah, it's good. Chocolate chips are good. Also, no bakes. Delicious. If none of you have had a no-bake cookie, it is fantastic. Only takes like 15 minutes to make. It's great. Ooh. Man, you're getting me more and more interested on this whole mead, this Dungeons and Dragons mead that you keep talking about. I might have to procure some deliciousness. Chocolate is best dessert. I will agree wholeheartedly to that. It's great stuff. They smoked that honey for 7 days. Whoa. That's fantastic. And I've never even heard of smoked honey before. That sounds something so weird. but at the same time, so delicious. My brother, for his honeymoon, went to Hawaii. He brought back like these like 6 sample jars of honey from like different variations of flowers, and they were so good. I think my favorite one was the macadamia nut honey. Oh, that was great. Dark chocolate, best chocolate. Woo! Oh man. But yeah, dark chocolate, best chocolate. Where was I? Where was I? I was reading, right? Where was I reading from? It was only through. I need to redo that one. It was only through Shining's own sheepishness that I was able to contain. It was only through Shining's own sheepishness that I was able to contain my urge to be quite cross. Being one of the few who were aware of whom would be sending Shining Armor a message, I found that these efforts to maintain secrecy in their relationship seemed to be more stressful to the both of them. That's a cute doggo! That's such a cute doggo! The doggo is so cute. Friends, we distracted him. Don't stop now. I told you, it's easier to distract me than anything else. It's a miracle that I'm able to even finish these chapters. And it's great. I love every second of it. Keep going. Oh, I've never actually eaten 100% dark cacao. The highest I've ever eaten was 93? Yeah, 93. And back when I had it, I was like a teenager. I didn't like it that much. I bet if I had it now, I'd like it a whole lot more. That is such a cute doggo. Circe, stop pretending to be idle. Just oh, that's great. Oh man, I wonder if I have any pictures of my sister's dog, because she's cute. You know what would be a great distraction? Watching the apple. Oh my gosh, it's little fluff balls. Oh, they're so cute. Oh man, if anyone's confused, I'm watching the Discord chat, and they're just posting pictures nonstop. Link in the description. They're so cute. They're so cute. I had some Ecuador stuff. Stuff was wild. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Yeah. Then, so have you guys seen like this YouTube series called How to Make Everything? Like, this guy is crazy and insane, and I love it. He's setting out to basically do everything, modern convenience that we have, and try and make it from scratch. Fully scratch as much as possible. Like, he's made a sandwich that he made a turkey sandwich. It took over a year to make it because he had to grow the wheat for the bread, he had to raise the chicken. Like, it was insane. And then he made what he called it I think the video titled a $1,200 bar of chocolate, where he actually flew to, I want to say, Mexico, or maybe further. I think he flew to Mexico for the coffee bean that he did. Well, he flew down south, and he got like actual cacao and made his own chocolate. It was insane. So, yeah, it's just like, I can't even imagine being able to do this. I do want to try 100% cacao at one point, because, I mean, like I mean, like, ancient civilizations, they called that drink like a divine, godly drink, and I wholly believe it all the way. It's great. Ah, yeah. Finding Princess Cadence in our shared chambers, however, drastically increased my stress, especially with her languishing, 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 languishing. Oh, right. 100% cacao. It's made from 10% cacao. Oh, that's a terrible percentage. And 90% the dirt the beans were grown in. You twisted witch. Anyone who watches, if you haven't seen it, watch Studio C. It's great. Bat Pony. Bat Pony. That's a great Bat Pony. I'm essential. Oh, that's great. I love that. But also, cute Bat Pone. Cute Bat Pone in the chat. It wakes you up in seconds. Oh, probably coffee. If you're talking about something else, then I'm good. Then I don't know. If you're talking about chocolate, then cool. Maybe it'll actually make me not sound like I'm drunk all the time. Which I swear, I'm not drunk. I never am. Wink. But why did you wink and say wink? I don't know such a thing. Wink. Oh, this is turning into. This is great. I promise I don't do this on purpose. And somewhere, Drake's ears just perked up. Finding Princess Cadence in our shared chambers, however, drastically increased my stress, especially with her languishing on my cot. Shining only blinked, staring at Emerald Glen. Then he looked to me. Yeah, I forgot. I have to do voice impressions. Hold on. I need to know who's hurting. Oh, no. Wild Ratata. Oh, gosh. Pinky, no. Pinky, no. Oh. Oh, that's... Oh, that's great. Oh, that's so good. Oh, gosh. Oh, how did I do Idol's voice again? Or how did I do Shining's voice? Oh, gosh. Well, let's see. Oh, I think I found it. Damn, you do make an impression. Should I go? I sputtered. Why on Equestria would you go? Why on Equestria would you go? Why on Equestria would you... Hold on. No. I don't know. Oh, that looks delicious. That looks really good. And people keep distracting me. People keep distracting me, and I love it. No, people say I laugh like a comedian or something. Oh gosh, sorry. I can't remember who they said I laughed like, but they're like, you sound like that one dude. I'm like, I don't even know who that one dude is. And he's like, oh, he's a comedian. I'm like, I don't know. I only know 2 comedians. They're both famous in my state. Brian Regan, Jim Gaffigan, that's about it. Why on Equestria would you go? Shining's face reddened. You know, so you can... I mean, you invited a mayor back, I get it, but I'm not going to stay. I closed my eyes and let out a slow breath through my nostrils. Topaz did this often, and I found it fitting for the situation. Oh, that reminds me. Has anyone had Jello cake? It's really good. It's like one of the best cakes out there. And that's including a lot of cakes. I realize this now, but it's so good. So no, stop touching me. I am the night. But seriously, it is so good. It's like you take a good old-fashioned vanilla cake. You can just even use a vanilla cake mix from Walmart or something. You bake that cake. You poke a lot of holes in it. Then you pour like prepared Jello mix all over the top of the cake, and then you put whipped cream on top of that, and then you put it in the fridge to set. And then you get like a kind of you get like a jello-y, cakey, creamy deliciousness, and it's so good. It's so good. Really good. I love that picture of Flutterbat. It's so hard to find good pictures of Flutterbat. 2 characters, 2 of my favorite characters, and they're so hard to find. Yes! Jello cake! That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's so good. There's 2 characters I'm always having the worst time finding fan art for. And, I mean, like, safe, like, non-lewd fan art for is Zecora and Flutterbat. Both of those are almost impossible to find, and I'm like, no, they're such good characters. Love their character design. Both of them, they're great. Really good. I'm probably going to read this later because any videos or stuff I have to read, I will read it afterwards. Whoa, Idol, that's really cool of you and all, but that is completely not okay. I thought you Whoa, Idol, that's really cool of you and all, but that is completely not okay. I thought you understood. He began trying to rather nervously push past me. Emerald Glen rolled her eyes and dropped her disguise, clearing her throat. Shining got a glimpse of his beloved and did something I completely did not expect. Oh, is that a wolf puppo? Oh, it's a wolf pup doggo, and it's so cute. Read it now, cow. It's not a coward. It's just I don't want it to be a full silence. And plus, oh no, my mic. I promise. I swear I'll read everything afterwards. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. That no. Okay, I read it. Idol probably I don't know. Can he get emotion from animals? Can he get V? Someone poke V. 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 Now I wonder. Can Idol feed off the emotions of animals? Because if he can, then if he just surrounds himself with puppies and other dogs, takes great care of him, because he's idle, and, well, if he was told how to take care of them, he would take care of them, be really good at it. Can changelings feed off of animal emotions, V? I need this more lore. This is just basically what it. I love lore. Yes, but no, I don't know. It's like depends on the animal. But like dogs, can he feed off the loves of dogs? The endless, bountiful emotions that doggos. Yes, he can. I wonder when he's going to discover this. You know, the one he sent. But their emotions are simpler. If they're simpler, are they just like less filling, or is it just like is it like a snack versus a meal, like a pony's emotions would be, or is it just like but what if you like spread it out though, because he feeds off of Pony's love all the time, and they're not completely drained, other than that one time with Topaz earlier in the story, and he's not going to do that again. I'm curious. I'm finding all this lore, so much lore. People have found my weakness. More lore. To be honest, lore is one of my favorite things, and one of the things about lore is I have to get completely hooked onto it. And I've recently fallen into 40k lore, so it's been an interesting ride, let me tell you. It's a very, very interesting lore that I'm now can't read anything other than the lore. I'm actually kind of surprised I was able to pry myself away from the loreness, to read this, because more 40k lore. I'm coming. Just it's great. The stronger the interessante. I'll have to think about I have to think about on the implications of this lore later, because I am very far behind. That being, shriek like a frightened nymph and attempt to climb over my face, neither of which made this situation better. Better. I would have a feeling, like, I would be like 50-50 on the fence. On one hand, love. On the other time, other than like a guard dog to have no practical use, I don't know. Fair enough. I wonder if Topaz got a pet, how he would react to it. Oh well, they have Cersus. That's gotta be good enough for now. Ooh, the double face of plus wings is back. Is it just because... is it because of what we're talking about? Oh gosh. Also, welcome Spritz. Welcome to the stream. Also, it seems like everyone's doing D&D today, so... but fair enough. That being, shriek like a frightened nymph and attempt to climb over my face, neither of which made the situation better. Also, he made it rather difficult to breathe, clinging to me like that. Perhaps this was another pony thing. Oh, sweet Celestia Katie, I swear, I didn't even know. I didn't even know that man. I almost hate one of Topaz's pets already. Yeah, he did eat one of her pets. Did you eat my homework? Idol? Where did this... Why am I missing one of my iders? I mean, it's working. It's working desk, so... good job. Oh, sweet Celestia, Katie, I swear, I don't even know that mayor. What was he thinking? Oh, Faust's fetlocks. Oh, Faust's fetlocks. That's actually the first time I've like considered that. Not nearly as creative as Little Pip with his curses, or euphemisms. Yeah. Check back. I'll check back with you once I figure it out. Yeah. Oh, sweet Celestia, Katie, I swear, I don't even know that mayor. What was he thinking? Oh, Faust fetlocks. Cadence became Emerald Glen again. Emerald Glen. Oh gosh. Emerald or emerald? I say emerald, but I know a lot of people will hate me if I leave out the center part of the word. Emerald. Lazy Utah accent, or how it's actually properly spoken. Emerald. Emerald. Eggman. You take my emeralds. Emeralds. Yeah, I'm just now realizing that I roll over half of that word. I didn't realize it. Oh my gosh. This part. I hope that's a joke. I hope that picture is a joke, because oh gosh, that hurts. That hurts. That's so much. I have the high ground. Funny thing is that Obi-Wan's not doesn't have he's not the master of the high ground. He's the master of the low ground. Kills Darth Maul from the low ground. And when he's telling Anakin that I have the high ground, it's a warning to him that in order to defeat him, he would have to gain the high ground. And thus he would be defeated by Obi-Wan having the low ground. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. Cadence became Emerald Glen again. Shining stared. She turned back into herself. Shining's grip loosened as my mouth fell open. Air filled my lungs, and speech returned to me. Sir, if you please. What's going on? Katie? What? You're supposed to be in Canterlot. Why are you on Idol's bed? When you've been ruling Equestria peacefully for a while, but your number one assistant says, did you really expect me to sit idly by while they all bask in your precious light? Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Oh, gosh. That's great. That's great. I must share that with the world. First an art dump. Boom. And then in BDC, zoop, Snapchat, and boom. And why not? Aspire's room. Aspires? I forgot how I pronounce his name. That's great. You expect me to sit idly by? I think that's a warhammer. I think that's... more zebra cakes. Yeah, that's great. What's going on? Katie, I lost, no, stop it. Oh, that's great. Oh my. Neighborhoods like this, cartels. Oh, this is the most chaotic, beautiful session. Oh, this is great. How do I do? What's going on, Katie? What? You're supposed to be in Canterlot. Why are you on Idle's bed? Why are you on Idle's bed? Idle's bed, why? Sandwich. What's going on? Katie, you're supposed to be in Canterlot. Why are you on Idle's bed? She blinked, looking from one identical bunk to the other, cheeks coloring, before she threw caution to the wind, smoke in her voice. Smoke in her voice. Smoke in her voice. Smoke in her voice? Is that supposed to mean something? Huh? Chaotic evil stream. But what's smoke in her voice? What? Huh? What is this? Ah, and fire in her... Oh. Oh. Clever. I never would have gotten it, much like the Ghostbusters reference, but clever. Very, very... Smoke in her voice, fire in her soul. That's a cool way to say that. Why hasn't anyone ever thought of that before? Or did someone do it? Oh, wait, you did. So, that's great. That's really great. That's good. That's really good. She blinked, looking from one identical bunk to the other, cheeks coloring, before she threw caution to the wind, smoke in her voice. Raw emotion poured off of the pony princess as she slipped off the shoddy bed that had never been intended for such grandeur. Ooh, that's a cool cadence pick. That's great. Smoke it! She's speaking huskily, trying to amp up her sexy. Oh, I get to do this voice again? It's been ages since I've been able to do this voice. I think it's been since Idle Hooves and the Devil's Tools. I still need to read the second chapter of that book. Here's one that I made, a BHS original. Cool. Very cool. Nice. Very nice. Nice. How do I do Cadence's voice again? Oh, it was... Oh, there we go. Here we go. Why, Shining, I just thought I'd come see you in your new armor. Up close. Why, Shining, I thought I'd just come... How do I do this? Why, Shining? Why, Shining? Shining! Sexily. I hope I'm doing Cadence's voice and not Celestia's voice. please get up. Oh, no, here is... Man, Celestia. I forgot that I did this for Princess Celestia's voice. And it is really deep. It is so deep. Why, Shining, I just thought I'd come see you in your new armor up close. She circled him even as he still clung to me. And I have to admit, very, very nice. Shining's short tail curled. Shining short tail curled. V! Why? Shining's short tail came on. Shining's short tail curled slightly as if to cover him, and she burst into giggles. Oh, come on, Shining, I'm only kidding. Not about the nice part. I'm definitely liking that. But it's really... There we go. Oh, come on, Shining, I'm only kidding. Not about the nice part. I'm definitely liking that. But it is really that much... But is it really? But is it really that much that I came to see you? Oh, come on, Shining. I'm only kidding. Not about the nice part. I'm definitely liking that. But it is really... But is it really that much? Oh, come on, Shining. I'm only kidding. Not about the nice part. I'm definitely liking that. But is it... But is it... But is it... Do I really say it? But is it... But is it... But is it... But is it... Bazinga. Add to the water stockpile. That's a weird way to spell damn that ass. It's great. It's going to be... Oh, come on, Shining. I'm only kidding. Not about the nice part. I'm definitely liking that. Oh, come on, Shining. I'm only kidding. Not about the nice part. I'm definitely liking that. But is it really that much that I came to see you? I'm just checking on a few things in Manhattan for Auntie. Auntie or Auntie? What? How should Caden speak? Aunt or aunt? But I'm an aunt. Aunt for Auntie. Make it pop. See ya, Yosh. See ya. See you along the discords. Army veteran rescues bald eagle dangling upside down from a rope in a 75-foot tree by mowing down the branches with his rifle. Merca. All I have to say is Merca. Oh, come on, Shining. I'm only kidding. Not about the nice part. I'm definitely liking that. But is it really that much that I came to see you? I'm just checking. Auntie. Auntie? Auntie. For Auntie. For Aunties. For Auntie Tia. Oh, come on, Shining. She's getting a British accent. Oh, come on, Shining. I'm only kidding. Not about the nice part. I'm definitely liking that. But is it really that much that I came to see you? I'm just checking on a few things in Manhattan for Auntie Tia when she shows up in a few days. She has a meeting with the mayor. Tax stuff. She waved a hoof dismissively. But you should have guards. Thank you, sir. I sighed, relieved. Some pony had to say it. Snoke. So I snuck out. That's just... So I snuck out. That just makes it fun. If you will both excuse me. If you will both excuse me. I managed successfully. I managed, successfully extracting myself from Shining, though getting out from between the two was strangely more and more complicated. Strangely more and more complicated, eh? Ooh. Yeah! First typo of the session! Woo! I managed, successfully extracting myself from Shining, though getting out from between the two was strangely much more complicated, as they seemed to circle me. I did not need to be between the two of them to draw in the love that was in the air, after all. Shining was surprisingly terrified. He'd faced a Timberwolf much more certainly. What was all this all about? All about. Oh, the memes. Let them flow. Let the memes flow. They're so good. Shining was surprisingly terrified. He'd faced the Timberwolf with much more certainty. What was all this about? Shining was not, to my knowledge, a very large predator. Had I misjudged her somehow? Suddenly, he blurted, "Chaperone!" And the two of us stared at him, uncomprehendingly. And the two of us stared at him, uncomprehending. What? Oh, that's... I've seen so many feels and more. It's great. I love it. Ah, more water. Where did this come from? All right. Who cares? I have more water. Idle, you need to say. Idle, you need to say. I was quite sure that was incorrect, but the desperation in his voice gave me pause. Oh, that's just mean. I love it. I cocked my head, hoping he would elaborate, though nothing was immediately forthcoming. The princess did not seem pleased by this, but... I do? I do? Of course, we're an unmarried couple, in a bedroom. Katie has her reputation to worry about. Can you imagine what ponies would say? It is not a bedroom. It is our quarters. I wasn't entirely sure what I was arguing about, but the princess's ire was slowly becoming begrudging disappointment. Honestly, if I were to break into a god's room, I would take Celestia, because if it was Luna, my ass would turn to dust. And, well, Katie scares me. Like, she could make a man fall in love with a melon. Oh, oh, that's great, Demo. That's great. I cocked my head, hoping he would elaborate. I wasn't entirely sure what I was arguing about, but the princess's ire was slowly becoming begrudging disappointment. Better, but still dangerous. To be honest, they all scare me, but I think Twilight would be the one most likely not to incinerate you on the spot. I mean, Celestia and Luna don't have the greatest track record when it comes to dealing with threats, but at the same time, Twilight mostly, for the most part, just deals with diplomatic efforts before leading to a fight. So if I had to choose, definitely Twinkle Sprinkle over there. Right, and you know that, and I know that, and she knows that, but they don't know that, and that's why and that's why they'll talk about it. Bees! Not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! I don't. Is that an anime thing? I think that's an anime thing, and I don't watch anime. I've watched 3 things of anime. Maybe 4. If you don't count Studio Ghibli, then I probably watched 4 things of anime. First 2 seasons of SAO, Sergeant Frog, and I watched a little bit of Displacement of Zero. What else have I watched? Full Metal Alchemist. Good stuff. Haven't watched Brotherhood, though. I couldn't get into it. I think it's just because the first, few episodes are just recaps on the first series, and I didn't really like it that much, but hey, I heard it gets better in the later episodes, so I might try it again. I just might try it again. But yeah, Studio Ghibli, not all of them, not even close to all of them, but Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, favorite, Castle in the Sky, love the soundtrack in that, and Ponyo. I have not seen Cowboy Bebop or Outlaw Star. I have not seen either of those. My friend tried to get me into. My friend wants me to try and get into Kill la Kill. And that one where that guy could just say anything and people have to follow it. What's his name? I think he's also tried to get me into Gurren Lagann. I think that's what it's called. Yes. Yes, you do. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. All the way, yes. You all make me very, very happy. If I was not happy, I would not be doing this if I thought... hold up. Backtrack. Yes, you all make me happy. And the reason why you make me all happy allows me to do stuff like this. Code Geass, yeah. I want to watch Code Geass because it looks great. And yeah, but I've only really watched very few actual series of anime. Oh, and Death Note. Death Note, Full Metal Alchemist, the original series, Sergeant Frog, all the way through, and SAO. And to be honest, I know there's a lot of complaints about SAO, but I didn't mind them that much. Maybe it's just if they entertain me, I'm fine with it. But I enjoyed it. It was really enjoyable. Oh, Dusk, why? but yeah, demo. Unless I've already answered, in case I didn't answer your question, you make me all happy. That's the reason I do the streams. And so that way I can interact with you guys even more. I just don't really talk in the server because I have weird hours and the server is usually dead in between chapter releases. So that's why. But yes, you all make me insanely happy. Thanks for all your support. I'm starting to sound like a proper YouTuber now. I realize that it sounds so cliche, and everyone says this, but it's true. I couldn't have done this without you guys. And without, the chaotic energy you bring together. It is great. I love it. Makes every stream... What's Valve Rave? We need to... Oh, gosh. I have a feeling that I'm going to be roped into another movie watching session. But yeah, it's all great. I don't know. I just think that not a lot of people have found me yet, but we are closing in on 100 subscribers, so that's great. Um, and maybe it's just because I'm only doing one story. Maybe once I get more under my belt, people will be more attracted. Right, because right now it's pretty much Changeling of the Guard, and then some might have passing interest in Respite, but I haven't done it in like a year now, so I really need to. I need to really do those. Start on that again. Once I get another job and I actually have free time, I'll do that again. Valvrave is the apple of anime. Oh no. You need to do a giveaway. Ah man. I don't think I'm at that point yet. I've only been doing this for like 2 years. So, I still got a long way to go. Lots more fics to read. Give away some of that YouTube money. I don't even make any money from this. That's great. Buy that merch. Idle plushie for sale now. Buy a recording of Idle saying whatever you want him to say. Oh my gosh. Right, and you know that, and I know that, and she knows that, but they don't know that, and that's why they'll talk about it. Our quarters? Were they truly that far below standard? For a princess, certainly, but with a little bleach and some wax. Were they truly that far below Were they truly that far below standard? For a princess, certainly, but with a little bleach, some wax, maybe ripping the walls out and replacing them with marble. The candle holders were... Oops, excuse me. You better make a Christmas special of this fantastic and have our wonderful narrator be a part of it because he earned it. I mean, he did kind of he did a wintry one time. Idle is not really one for the holidays, but yeah. And I did do a Christmas special last year with the singing of Idle, It's Cold Outside, fueling the shippers, and it's great. I don't know. Maybe I have another song in the works. Who knows? But yeah, words family. I think water will help more of these words messages. Definitely not, but it's good. It's really good. Oh no, I spilled it. My computer, no. It's probably not the best idea that I have my computer tower sitting right next to my bottle of water. Maybe I should change that sometime. Yeah, maybe later. Were they truly that far below standard? For a princess, certainly, but with a little bleach, some wax, maybe ripping out the walls and replacing them with marble. The candle holders were made mostly of tin. Were they truly that far below standard? For a princess, certainly, but with a little bleach, some wax, maybe ripping out the walls and replacing them with marble. The candle holders were mostly made of tin, I think. That was embarrassing. I believe he means us, Mr. Hooves. Caden submitted. Our relationship is still relatively unknown outside of our old school friends. It was never really newsworthy, as I'm not a real princess. R2, Shining countered, seeming to finally be calming down. I'd be a scandal. Yeah, I mean, we kind of do like a New Year's special thing, like last year. V answered all of my all the lore questions, and now I still have more, so we might have to do it again sometime. But yeah, it's gonna be good. More stuff in the works. Yeah, you know it. Maybe. Perhaps it's guardlings. I don't know. I might be able to sneak guardlings out from underneath Carapace eventually. And it'd be a scandal if word got out that you'd And it'd be a scandal if word got out that you were found in this situation without someone to verify that it's absolutely innocent, which is idle. Oh no, head swaps. Oh no. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's so good. Me? I frowned. Me? I frowned. Why would my word be required to validate the princess? It just would. I glared at him, not because I disagreed, but because I believed some pony needed to be glared at. That had made about as much sense as anything else ponies did. So, what duties do I have as a chaperone? Shining's relief was palpable. Palpable. Palpable? Palpable. Shining's relief was palpable. Just make sure we don't do anything wrong, and vouch for us if we get caught. Of course, I was to judge their private interactions for propriety. For propriety. Propriety? Propriety. Propriety? It's propriety, right? Propriety. Propriety. Sure. I think it's propriety. It's going to continue on being propriety. Yeah, propriety. Of course, I was to judge their private interaction for propriety. Obviously, I knew what those rules were. Of course, I was to judge their private interactions for propriety. Obviously, I knew what those rules were. Ponies were crazy. I shall endeavor to do so. Shoot, I want in on this Christmas special now. Propriety, right? Propriety. Propriety? Propriety. Propriety. At least I'm not making this auto scroll again. Oh, that was a nightmare. Apparently, a chaperone's main duty was to watch but don't watch ponies cuddle, and it is a very odd experience. Cadence had little enough time to spare, and Shining's armor was still to be polished for the next day, so they mostly discussed their day while working on whatever tasks they could, albeit with as much physical contact between as was deemed appropriate by myself. I'd figured they stopped before it reached anything untoward. I figured they would stop before it reached anything untoward. I was still uncertain on this whole business. Perhaps they were making sport of me. I'd verify with Topaz, and Cadence admitted she might not be able to steal the time. If you let me in, I will provide comedy in poorly sung Irish songs. The Irish, the look of the Irish. Or is this Scottish? I could never tell between Irish and Scottish. I think my family came from Scotland. I don't know. Maybe Ireland. Yeah, I'd have to check. It's been forever since I've checked where my family came from. Alright, people, peace. Need to head. Alright, see you, Karma. I'll see you next week. If you cannot find the book that you are looking for, then you're obviously in the wrong. Oh. that's great. Oh, that's so good. I figured they would stop before it reached anything untoward. I was still uncertain on this whole business. Perhaps they were making sport of me. Sport of me. Me. Me? Me. I'd figured they would stop before it reached anything untoward. I was still uncertain on this whole business. Perhaps they were still making... Forecasting stone. Stone is wet. Rain. Stone is dry. Not raining. Shadow on ground. Sunny. White on top. Snowing. Can't see the stone. Foggy. Swinging stone. Windy. Jumping up and down. Earthquake. Stone gone. Tornado. Oh. Oh, that's great. I figured they would stop before it reached anything untoward. I was still uncertain on this whole business. Perhaps they were making sport of me. I would verify with Topaz, and Cadence admitted she might not be able to steal the time to do this again, though feeling this was all rather boring. I do confess, her giggles at Shining's retelling of my Justice belly flop were rather charming, and I was beginning to enjoy these war stories, and how there was an element of truth to them, with padding that both parties were well aware of, though I had no idea what they meant when they mentioned a strangely nearly solid streak of rainbow in the sky that had passed over the city. I had apparently missed it, though I doubted it could have been anything important. Also, 2 typos. Woo! Because contractions there and yeah. Yeah, see? I caught him. I have caught 2 more contractions from thee. Ingling of the guard. 2 days. 2 days of training later, I had my response from Topaz and a letter from the Sparkle family besides, to be delivered to my roommate. Obviously idle if your friend is asking you to be a chaperone, like with a mare. Obviously idle if your friend is asking you to be a chaperone with a mare. When I think of Shining making sport of idle, I think of a changeling being chased out by a guard with a shotgun. Man. Bodyguard. Yep. I mean, he's already gotten shot a few times with all the holes in his legs, right? Obviously idle if your friend is asking you to be a chaperone with a mare he really likes. He's asking you to do a bad job. I stared at the massive. Do a bad job? On purpose? What? Now, no, I know that sounds weird, but hear me out. The 2 of them want some alone time, but her parents are probably really suspicious types. Believe me, I know the sort. And you're really just providing a buffer for their virtue. Gotta go through you before they can be accused of anything. But the point is, they don't want you to be watching them all the time. Didn't you say his mare friend dragged him into a closet once? It's like that, only less crowded, maybe. So, what you do is you wander off when you're chaperoning and give them benefit of the doubt. Easy, right? He can't just ask you not to do a good job. Plausible deniability. Anyway, I can't believe you made your first arrest. I hope they throw the book at her. That seemed excessively violent for stolen property, and I think it would be deemed assault after she had already been arrested. I would have to check the law again. Now, don't waste any more bits on Dragonfire if you can help it. I'll see you when you get back. Don't do anything I would do, and go see some Manhattan nightlife. Idle as burnt Swiss cheese. Paul! Paul! You are lucky we are friends. Leaps. Wednesday. Now, don't waste any more bits on Dragonfire if you can help it. I'll see you when you get back. Don't do anything I would do, and go see some of the Manhattan nightlife. The knife life. The knife life. The knife life. The knife life idol when he gets back. The knife life didn't choose me. I didn't choose the knife life. The knife life chose me. Now, don't waste any more bits on Dragonfire if you can help it. I'll see you when you get back. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and go see some of the Manhattan nightlife. The clubs are amazing. Carefully resealing the soul and the scroll. Sealing the soul. Oh, gosh. It's going downhill quick. Very, very quick. Oh, that's a great. All these gifts are fantastic. I didn't realize they were the knife life. They introduce you with a stab in the half. Also, welcome, stupid changeling doll. Welcome, welcome. Carefully resealing the scroll and tucking it into a saddlebag, I made a vow to do just that. Topaz's advice had never been wrong before, but her suggestions to do a poor job as a chaperone? Could that have been what Shining actually wanted of me? That is some weird pauses in there, and I am not sure where they came from. Wake up, idol. Wake up. It is rude of me to claim you are sleeping on the job, but... Oh no. Oh no. I've had that one time. I've done that one time. I almost fell off a cliff once. I was riding a bike down a canyon and I had to swerve around a family, and the trail was a little narrow. Tire slipped right off the edge and I went straight down a cliff. Luckily there were some bushes. Some good old bushes. Bushes caught me. They managed to drag me and my bike back up, and then I continued riding. And it was a very fun ride. If you're ever in Utah, try out Adams Canyon. She could scream all she wanted. I was keeping the umbrella. Rise and shine, Mr. Idol. Rise and shine. Oh, great. But yeah, that if you're into hiking, try out Adams Canyon. It's a fun ride. Careful of the giant rock that's blocking part of the path. You can either climb over it or go up around. Most people climb over it. Sheer drop off into a river, but it's okay. Carefully resealing the scroll and tucking it into a saddlebag, I made a vow to do just that. Topaz's advice. Carefully resealing the scroll and tucking it into a saddlebag, I made a vow to do just that. Topaz's advice had never been wrong before. No. Oh, man. It's going down a deep spiral, and I still have another half hour. I have another half hour, and I have so much water left. This is a miracle. I never drink this less water. Good water. Very good water. Nothing but the best water. No, I almost dropped my water. Stay. 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 Okay. Carefully resealing the scroll and tucking it into a saddlebag, I made a vow to do just that. Topaz's advice had never been wrong before, but her suggestion to do a poor job as a chaperone? Could that have been what Shining actually wanted of me? As for not doing anything Topaz wouldn't do, well, I'd never seen her do anything she wouldn't do, so that seemed vast. Perhaps I was mistaken. She had also not brought up the topic of a gift, which was code in this strange way of not asking for gifts, meaning that she was expecting one to be grand indeed. I was beginning to grow concerned. I had never purchased a gift before. Perhaps I would enlist Shining's aid in this. Perhaps I would enlist Shining's aid in this. Perhaps I would. Perhaps I would. Perhaps I would enlist. Perhaps I would enlist Shining's aid in this. You don't move the rock does. My advice, Idle, don't date a bodybuilder. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Perhaps I would enlist Shining's aid in this. I had never purchased a gift before. Perhaps I would enlist Shining's aid in this. Perhaps I would enlist Shining's aid in this. There we go. That sounds better. Shining was delighted to receive his letter. Shining was delighted to receive his letter, cheerfully informing me upon opening it that the little smarty pants had gotten her cutie mark during her entry examination for Celestia's School for Gifted Unicorns. He had 10 bits writing with his father that she'd get it dealing with something book-related, and he was pretty sure cutie mark and magic counted. She had even done well enough to warrant being made Celestia's protege. The little show-off. Unfortunately, Shining was rendered dumbstruck by the next revelation, and it took several attempts to draw him out, finally resorting to mimicking the princess's voice, calling his name. At his start, I cleared my throat. Oh, gosh. Shining. Oh, gosh. That's... Shining, what news from home? Shining, what news from home? Shining, what news from home? I have a little brother, Shining stated, sounding mystified. Yes, Shining, you have mentioned your younger sibling. No, I had a sister, but now I have a little brother. I frowned, tilting my head. I did not know that was possible. No, I have a little brother now. I have I have a little brother. I have a little brother too now. I have a little brother too now. He levitated a photograph over in front of his. He levitated a photograph in front of him. He levitated a photograph in front of my face. I stared a long moment, the small purple pony one I had seen before, but maybe. So you're saying Shining was asking Al to look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. I hesitated, not sure where to begin. Shining armor, that is a dragon hatchling. I have met your parents. That hatchling is exceedingly unlike... Isn't Idle buff guy? Well. Topaz must love that hoink. Look at this graph. Oh, I love the memes. The memes are great. Shining armor. That is a dragon hatchling. I have met your parents. That hatchling is exceedingly unlikely to be related to you. Not that I judge your parents' external relations. Shining armor. That is a dragon hatchling. I have met your parents. And that hatchling is exceedingly... I've run out of memes. Oh no! It's the end of the world as we know it. The meme master has run out of memes? Impossible! Shining armor. Shining armor. That is a dragon hatchling. I have met your parents, and that hatchling is exceedingly unlikely to be related to you. Not that I judge your parents' external relations. They seem to be very nice ponies, but perhaps some education on reproduction is in order. Shining turned the photo back around. She hatched him during her test, and he doesn't really have anywhere to go. Dragons need magic to hatch, and that makes us almost family to the little guy. That was plausible, I suppose. But that does not make you siblings. It does now. Mom and Dad just adopted him. Said it was the easiest way to make sure he always knew where he stands with us. I have a little brother. Who is a dragon? I have a dragon for a little brother. That is kind of awesome, isn't it? I suppose. I get to teach him, like, bro codes and all kinds of things, and night stuff, and... He stopped, looking stricken. Can I teach dragon... Can I teach dragon night stuff? Such good vocals, wink, wink. That's why I got a degree in comedy, not memes. Exactly. Can I teach a dragon night stuff? Is that okay? That's not, speciesist or anything, is it? I mean, knights fight dragons. I thought this was a reference to their ogres and oublats. Owlblats. Ogres and owlblats. I thought this was a reference to their ogres and owlblats game, and I searched my little knowledge on the topic. Perhaps... Oh, not shining. Perhaps knights fight evil dragons. Perhaps knights fight evil dragons? He brightened, scribbling something on the corners of his letter. Hey, that works! He scrunched his nose. You don't think I have to teach him to breathe fire, do you? Do you breathe fire, Shining Armor? Well, no. Then I would presume not to. Then I would presume not. Still, hey, this calls for celebration. Oh, order, not more liquor. Perhaps you should share this good fortune with the princess, I offered hopefully. The alabaster stallion brightened still further. Hey, that's a great idea. Katie's going to love hearing about this. She's staying in the Marriott. The Mary Trot. The alabaster stallion brightened still further. Hey, that's a great idea. Hold on, did I already read that? Fortune with the princess? I offered hopefully. Hey, that's a great idea. Katie's going to love hearing about this. She's staying in the Mary Trot on Bridalway until Princess Celestia gets here. I bet she doesn't even know yet. Oh, gosh. All hail the Twistaff. All hail. Oh, order, not more liquor. Oh, I love it. It's great. Wait, if a changeling changes into a dragon, can they breathe fire? I would assume they can. It just takes up a lot more magical energy than they usually. It takes up way more energy to conjure the fire necessary for them to breathe fire like a dragon. So they tend not to take dragon forms. That's why changelings can tend to go after ponies, because they don't have to really mimic such impossible feats of magic. I think that's what V said. I'm not sure. It's been a while. Shining and Cadence were so Shining and Cadence were so delighted by the news that Twilight was going to be Princess Celestia's personal student, I do not think either of them truly noticed that I did not return after excusing myself. Truthfully, I had little concerns. Shining Armor was already trained to defend the princess's honor. I could not imagine he would do anything. I could not imagine he would do any significant difficulty with. I could not imagine he would have any significant difficulty. I do not imagine he would have any significant difficulty with her virtue. Finding a club was not exceptionally difficult. For a city that prides itself on never sleeping, there are a fair number of businesses that at least rest their eyes for a few hours. As for the club itself, I had not expected pandemonium. There was the same charge in the air. Don't you know?